and welcome to the Charmed Life podcast. I am your host, Tricia Carr. This mini episode is an excerpt from one of our previous full-length episodes. This excerpt is a channeled message from Archangel Zadkiel on the human spirit. It was taken from a Mystic Arts Academy class in which I live channeled this message. And you ask about the human spirit, having allowed yourselves to enter into a study upon the human body and the human mind. And we say these are inseparable, as they are inseparable from the one, and they are inseparable from the all. And you are inseparable from the all. And as it concerns the aspect of the human spirit, we point you to the energy. We point you to the understanding of energy, and we also ask you to move beyond and above it. We ask you to drop and release all preconceptions that you have of the words that are signposted as spirit and energy. But since we do not intend to create brand new language for you, our beloveds, we will start with the word energy. We ask you to think of energy at this time as one of your translucent materials, something akin to a rubber that is clear, something that can pick up impressions. We say this is the kind of aspect we want you to place upon your human spirit. We want you to think of it as a clean slate. If you think of it as gelatinous or you think of it as something that is dense, very impressionable, this is what energy is. This is what spirit is. And the human spirit is the illusion of a separated experience of that energy. And this is God's will. This is aligned for it to be thought of as such. We say you may hold the illusion and hold the completion at once. And this is a part of the game that you play upon the journey of walking the earth, creating a human physical form. And we say that as you create the human physical form with your spirit, with your energy, you are also co-creating all of the other physical forms. Everything around you is a representation of the energy that is you. And so we say you may look across your home and you may look across your environment and you may look across your television sets and your internet and you may look across at anything that is in your awareness. And we say this is an expression of the energy that is fundamentally you. And if you can at once hold the illusion of it being separate and being complete at the same time, then you start to get the idea of how to understand human spirit. We do not ask you to deny the illusion of separation. This is the intention that you have as being an incarnated one, to hold the illusion of separation while creating from the space of connectedness, of completion. We say these words as an attunement. If they seem to boggle the mind and the understanding, we say, well, that's jolly well indeed, because sometimes that mind and that bodily experience needs to be jostled and needs to be jogged so that something new can land afresh inside that spirit of yours. And now back to the metaphor that we give you of the gelatinous gel material, the rubbery material that is clear and transparent and translucent and very, very impressionable. And so this is what we would like for you to accept as your energy, as your spirit. We want to state to you that your spirit is innocent. Energy, the fundamental block of everything, and the only thing that truly is innocent. And we use this word as it has emotional loading, as humans tend to say in this current age. Emotional loadedness, meaning that it has impressions attached to it, connotations. Innocence, having a hearkening back to times of punishment, to times of extreme persecution. And these persecutions are going on in such minute and multiplicitous ways that they are just as extreme as the dramatic kinds of persecutions where humans would put one on a stake and burn them to the ground. We say that these persecutions are micro and they are many. They are legion. And as Christ called out of the man the legion of demons, these are the persecutions that humans are experiencing upon their spirit at this time. We do not intend to take you into the darkness to leave you there, but we do intend to help you to come out of the illusion and come to the masterful position by showing you what is going on in the current time that you're in. And we say there is great hope. Beyond hope, there is actually truth that overrides all of this experience. As ones who are sensitive, as ones who are lighting and showing the way, we recognize that you experience these impressions upon your dear innocent spirit more than any. We understand that you are the ones who are absorbing and experiencing, whether for yourselves or for others, these micro and multiplicitous persecutions, as it is in the new way that you are communicating, this relative new way where one is communicating remotely and through seemingly countless inputs all at once, through the different ways that you experience media, telecommunications, and other forms of information that you are receiving. We say that there are micro persecutions happening all around you. And the ones that you see about you that you wish to be the healer for, and yet somehow you're not able to, we say, understand this truth about them. And you need not hold the persecution on their behalf, because this would be to create the impressions upon your own energy. We say, hold the light and the innocence of the spirit. Hold the innocence of your own spirit fundamentally, and this will communicate in your subconscious communication rather than your overt communications in the media and in the telecommunications and the electronic, non-local communications. We say, utilize the energy of your true heart telepathy and telepathy by allowing your spirit to be pure and innocent. And this will offer the purity, the innocence, the redemption, the cleansing, the forgiveness to the other. And so we give you this up front, how to offer it to another, because we know that this motivates you. As ones who identify with the terms of light worker, the ones who identify with the terms of healer, and we recognize you as such as we stand over your world and we see the lights so very bright in the vast array of the populace. And we see you lighting up as much as the innocence of nature. We see your spirits lighting up. And we say, it is you who is even more under the persecution, because you hold your own persecutions and then you identify with others as you intend to heal. And we say that your work is being well served, that the time is coming now, that the light that you are holding is spreading, and it is spreading even more. And we give this to you so that you may take it with you on another day when it seems hopeless, when there may be a day that you are looking at media or you're looking at news or you're looking at a dear loved one, another beloved of yours, and your heart is feeling pain on their behalf. We say, hold faith, dear one. Our beloveds, it is actually working. The efforts, the interest, the intention, fundamentally, it is always the intention. Your intention is pure and innocent like your energy, and it is unfolding. And we say, be in that unfoldment at this time, that the work has been done. The process of ascension is already accomplished. Now, say with us, in your mind, in your heart, in your body, in your spirit, say, the ascension has occurred, and I am in the ascension. The ascension has occurred, and I am in the ascension. All of my brethren are in the ascension with me. We are ascended, we are ascended, we are ascended. And as you are all ascended, you are brought back to the innocent nature of your spirit. And so we bring you back to this word of innocence. The energy of Archangel Zadkiel is known as that of mercy, of memory, of forgiveness. And we call in these states as in the light of each. We call in these states as already being done, in the way that we have asked you to say that we are in the ascension. Because as the spirit may be tarnished in one perspective, in one dimensionality of reality, that there is the micro impressions of persecution upon the spirit. We say the higher truth is the truth that actually reigns, and that is of the innocence and the purity. And when being in the innocence and the purity, you're not in the unknowing of the persecutions that have occurred. You are in the healer space. You do not resonate with the energies and you do not hold the impressions, yet you can see them. And this is the distinction. This is the distinction of being a healer and a healed healer. And you are this at this time. This activation speaks into your energy and purifies and clarifies and forgives and redeems and resets and activates the power of the truth of your energy. And so as it concerns the things that you remember, the things that are deep in the unconscious, we say to you that as you remember, as the memory is utilized to recall things that might be horrific or painful or difficult, or to be able to see others who are going through the pain and the difficulty of the illusion rather than the joy and the creative expression of the illusion, we say that once that those painful and negating memories are brought to the awareness, we say goodbye to them, because they are just leaving your pure innocent energy field. And the higher memory, the true memory of you being one with the source and one with purity, and one being the master of the illusion and the completion at once, we say this is where you shall dwell, and this is where you do dwell. And we offer you this in the simplest form. It is sometimes hard for humans to allow things to be simple. And we say that your spirit, your energy, is innocent and nothing but something that can receive impressions or release all impressions and hold the higher truth of purity and clarity and innocence while observing the illusion in the ways that it may be difficult and painful. We say, bless from this place. Bless the painful aspect of the illusion, for it is actually creating expansion. When you're able to step outside of the experience and above and beyond it, and to look at it with clarity, then you are redeeming it by your view. We say, in this way, you come into alignment and you see with the eyes of God. You see with the eyes of pure creation. When you observe it without allowing it to be impressed upon your energy, then you are actually transmuting and redeeming it without needing it to look any different. This is where humans get hung up in thinking that when something is healed, it must be experienced as something completely different. And that is not the necessary truth of healing. The only necessary truth of healing is to be above and beyond, and to be in the aspect of intention and holding the higher truth. It is difficult for humans to acknowledge both the higher truth and the lower truths at the same time. And when we say truth as in the aspect of it being a lower truth, this lower dimensionality, this is a small t. Rather, we would prefer to call this a reality. It is one reality. For when something is true, it is true from all infinite perspectives. But a reality is something that is transient, from non-physical to partially physical to physical. And we ask you to be in the higher aspect, seeing from truth of a reality. And one of those realities is just as expansive and offers just as much lesson as the clarity of standing above it and beyond it. And that is where the true healed healer lives. To watch or listen to the full-length episode from which this excerpt was taken, just check the description and you'll find the link. If you enjoyed this or any of the Charmed Life podcast episodes, I invite you to like, subscribe, share, or comment, or leave us a review on Apple iTunes or however you get your podcasts. Thanks for tuning in. I love you, whoever you are. I'm so excited to announce the 2020 Energy Intensive with me, Tricia Carr, and my partner, Crystal Ann Compton. The Energy Intensive is an 8-week comprehensive program that teaches and activates energy healing modalities. This program is unique, it is brand new, and it is cutting edge. It's also perfect for anyone who's interested in healing and energy, and particularly for intuitive people, for metaphysical seekers, and for spiritual practitioners. To learn more about the 2020 Energy Intensive, click the link in the description of this episode.